What's good? It's your boy Humble J, and today I'm gonna be discussing how to start investing with $1,000 or less. Now, I'm gonna discuss the in my opinion, the eight best ways for you to start investing with $1,000 or less. Now, the first and most common way for you to start investing is by investing in equities. Now, what equities are is essentially when you're buying equity in something. So you're buying part ownership of either a portfolio of real estate or a company or a fund. So these would be things like stocks, REITs, mutual funds, ETFs, and how you invest in these things. You would open up an investment account on any investment platform. Usually you could open one up with any bank, TD, BMO, whatever you're with. You could open up an investment account through that. Another way to start investing is by investing in bonds. Now, what bonds are, as opposed to equities where you're buying ownership in something, a bond is when you're investing in debt. So that would mean you're lending money to either a company or the government, and what the bond is a promise for them to pay you back with interest. So you would say you put $1,000 into a bond. That money would go to the company or the government that they would use to conduct business, and then you would be paid back with interest. A third way for you to start investing is by trading currencies. Now, how trading currencies work is the value of currencies go up and down on a daily basis based on a different number of factors. So how investing in currency would work is you would buy a currency when it's low, essentially, and sell it when it's high for a profit. This is the Forex market is where you do this. You would open up an account where you could trade on Forex. That's how you would go about doing that. Another way to start investing is by investing in commodities. Now, what commodities are, those are tangible. Those are like tangible assets that there's a high demand for, essentially. So things like gold, things like oil, water, produce. A lot of produce is becoming a commodity. So how that works is you wouldn't actually go out and buy a barrel of oil. You would essentially buy a commodity. So you would buy a contract stating that you own a certain amount of oil or of gold, and that's how that would work. Further into that is precious metals, which are essentially commodities, but more specifically, gold, silver, other precious metals that they hold their value over time. That's more of a long-term investment. Another way to start investing is with peer-to-peer lending. So how that would work is you would sign up on a peer-to-peer lending platform, and you would essentially be lending money out to other people, out to strangers. It sounds risky, but most peer-to-peer lending platforms guarantee the loans. So if people are unable to pay back their loans, usually the companies are insured and could pay you back. And the last way that I'm going to discuss for you to start investing is by investing in courses. Like, the best way to start investing is by investing in yourself. If you could acquire a skill, that will be the best investment you could make in your life. If you are to take a course and learn how to repair computers, you could now repair an unlimited amount of computers for the rest of your life. There's no limit to how much money you can make from that one investment. So that's my 2 cents on the simplest ways for you to start investing with $1,000 or less.